Imagine the sun setting on the 5th of January. In our modern world, this is a day of mild chores, stripping the tinsel from the tree and stuffing baubles into dusty boxes. It is a moment often tinged with a strange post-holiday melancholy. But this quiet act of tidying up is actually the final fading echo of a festival that was once the wildest, loudest, and most chaotic night of the entire year. For centuries, the Christmas season was not a countdown to the 25th, but a full 12-day bridge between the old year and the new. This period stretched from the birth of Christ to the Epiphany on the 6th of January. During this time, the wheels of the world stopped turning, agriculture ground to a halt, plows were left idle in the frost, and the nights grew increasingly wild as they built toward one final explosive climax. The defining theme of Twelfth Night was inversion. It was a topsy-turvy world where the normal rules of society didn't just bend, they snapped. For one night only, the social hierarchy was completely flipped on its head, allowing people to escape the rigid boundaries of their daily lives through a celebration of the unexpected. In the great manor houses and royal courts, this chaos was led by the Lord of Misrule. Often a commoner or a humble servant, this individual was appointed to be the master of ceremonies. For this single night, the lowliest person in the room held total authority, and the nobles and gentry were legally bound to obey their most ridiculous and whimsical commands. Central to this chaos was the king's cake, a heavy, fruit-filled delicacy. Tucked inside the batter were a dried bean and a dried pea. When the cake was sliced, the man who found the bean was crowned the king of the bean, and the woman who found the pea became the queen. Regardless of their real-world status, they wore the crowns for the night, presiding over a party defined by disguise and laughter. While the feasts roared inside, an older, earthier tradition took place in the dark of the countryside, wassailing. The word comes from the Anglo-Saxon wace hail, meaning be well. A giant communal bowl of lamb's wool, an old warmed ale or spiced cider topped with roasted apples, was carried from house to house. It served as a shared toast to the health and prosperity of every person in the village. In the cider-producing regions like Somerset, the revelers headed into the orchards to wake the trees. They soaked pieces of toast in the wassail bowl and hung them in the branches of the oldest tree, known as the apple tree man, as a ritual offering. Then they beat pots and pans and fired shotguns into the winter air to scare away evil demons, ensuring the trees would yield a bountiful harvest in the coming autumn. William Shakespeare perfectly captured this anything-goes atmosphere in his play Twelfth Night, written around 1601. It was specifically intended to be performed as part of these very revels. With its themes of cross-dressing, mistaken identity, and the gleeful humiliation of the pompous, the play wasn't just about the holiday, it was a scripted extension of the party itself. As the 5th of January came to an end, the mood shifted from revelry to a deep-seated caution. Homes were decorated with winter greenery like holly and ivy, which were believed to provide a temporary refuge for nature spirits during the cold. To avoid misfortune in the coming year, these spirits had to be released back outside. The superstition was taken very seriously. It was believed that if the greenery was kept up past Twelfth Night, those nature spirits could get tangled in the house. This would trap the old year's bad luck inside with you, bringing a curse upon the household. By clearing the halls, people were essentially clearing the way for a fresh start. This transition from the wild Lord of Misrule to the somber duties of the new year marks the true end of the season. Even today, as we pack away our lights, we are participating in a 1,000-year-old ritual of transition. As the final decorations are tucked away, the Ghost Festival of Twelfth Night officially concludes. The world returns to its normal axis, the hierarchy is restored, and the idle plows are returned to the fields to begin the cycle once more. When you take your tree down this year, remember the King of the Bean and the songs in the orchard. You aren't just cleaning, you are finishing a ceremony of ancient, topsy-turvy history.